Welcome back, everyone. We are here with Division 1 for round 4 of the league here at the Nürburgring 24-hour circuit. We will be doing qualifying on the Nürburgring GP track for 10 minutes. That'll determine our starting grid for the 24-hour layout. Looks like the lap will be... the race will be... It's not 33 laps for sure. That is a setting that he's using for qualifying. If we did 33 laps around the Nürburgring, we'd be here literally for 24 hours. Dinosaur is giving us the 60-second warning to get started with qualifying. We'll get started in just a bit. We got a few substitutions here for Division 1. We have our EP representing Benefactor Racing. Our rider jumping in for Azul Racing Dodge. Recently, they jumped from the Audi manufacturer to Dodge. T-Bone jumping in for FKJ Motorsports. We got Toasty substituting for Benefactor Racing as well. Further down, we got, I believe that is it for the substitute. Well, we got Bishop in for Azul as well. So Azul with a full substitute roster. And I think that's it for our substitutions for today. So let's get started with our qualifying cars. Jumping onto the track. So Accession will lead the pack through our outlap. We'll be the first to qualify for round 4. So going through the current standings of our Division 1 Driver Championship, Willie is currently in the top position with 92 points. Stolz is in second with 77. We have Anthony Colazzo in third place with 65 points. Sir Hames is in fourth with 52. We've got Ads in fifth with Full Throttle Fajitas Toyota. Tied with our rider and for gold. Then Arya for Azul Racing, who's not participating today, and I believe that would be technically 8th place. Then 9th we have Accession. 10th we got V8 Eater. 11th we've got Nixon. Our Nixon, who also didn't show up today, I don't think. Toasty technically in 12th, T-Bone in 13th, but again, they don't have a manufacturer, but they are in the Drivers' Championship standings regardless. Trackhead in 15th, Scarecrow 16th, S. Walker in 17th. And then we got KG in 18th. accession there, going over the chicane quite aggressively on the inside curb, compromising the exit just a little bit. We'll set the benchmark time of a 147.058. We'll see if our ep can improve on that. So T-Bone, Toasty will jump up into provisional pole position, and then Willie will take that now. So Willie with a 144.403 currently in the provisional pole position. Toasty currently sitting in the second position at the moment, about 6/10 behind Willie. We've got Anthony Colazzo in third. Currently sitting in a little bit of traffic, diving out of the way for Toasty, looking for a cleaner open part of the track. Willie flies by as well. So Vergold is currently sitting in fourth place, Stoles in fifth. Stoles dives into the pits. Thank you for following here for ads. So we got the ads fan club in chat right now. Sir Hames in sixth place, Accession in seventh, T-Bone in eighth place. We've got ads in ninth, RF in 10th, R Rider in 11th, V8 Eater 12th, Dinosaur in 14th, and then 13th, and then Bishop in 14th. Alex Black, can you join this race? You can. All you got to do is join our Discord. I pinned the link there. You could join as a reserve driver if a team is in need of a driver for a specific race for the league. We do have certain requirements, though, to make you qualify to be eligible to race in our league. So in our community, we require everyone to satisfy the requirements for a sportsmanship license. That lets us know that you have the racecraft and ability to race cleanly in all of our sanctioned events. So our sanctioned events are the league, and then we also have monthly endurance races called the FTGP, and those are our multi-class racing endurance events every month. But if you join our Discord, all the information is there. And then if you get the sportsmanship license, you can be eligible to join in the league the next season as well as a full-time driver. So for those who are joining us at the moment and are new to LRC, LRC stands for Learners Racing Collective. Geez, I'm having a hard time speaking today. Learners Racing Collective. We mainly do GT7 events, and we have about 3 seasons of the league per year. They're about 8 weeks long each. And then the off season we'll have several events, and even during the season as well, we'll have a lot of one-off events that kind of mimic racing academies. So I'll tend to host like a one-off event every Thursday or Wednesday, and we'll do like drills and stuff to practice certain concepts of either racecraft or just driving ability. And each one will have like a theme. So sometimes we'll focus on helping understand what's understeer, oversteer, how to tune the car, how to manage your tires, how to conserve fuel. Those are all different aspects to racing, endurance racing, that are crucial to have, you know, as a driver. And then we do a lot of random fun stuff too. So we'll have some events where we just do casual racing. Monday night racing, we do just a theme where we have like a spec. And then we'll just do like 4-lap races for like 3 hours. And then everyone gets to pick their own track who participates, and it's a really fun time. And we also do, more recently, we do movie nights. So through Discord, we'll stream like a video that we find on YouTube or something that has some type of relevance to racing or learning or, you know, interesting concepts of racing or maybe the history of racing. And it's all good and fun to watch those together and discuss. So T-Bone currently has the provisional pole position time. He improved on Willie's time, and now the fastest lap is a 144.227. Willie has improved as well. So has Anthony Colazzo and Vergould. So Toasty now sitting in 5th place. Stoles improves to 6th. X-Session in 8th place. We'll see if X-Session improves on his time. I think X-Session is the last person that will cross the line. Yep, Pulse qualifying for all the divisions for today are on this sprint layout. It would be just absolutely ridiculous to have to qualify on the endurance layout. I don't think it would be fun for anyone involved. So Accession does not improve on their time. And our grid is set, so we got Sir Hames in 9th, Ryder in 10th, Art Ep in 11th. This will be Art Ep's debut appearance. But we got some more coming across the line right now. So Ads in 12th place. Improves his time, but does not improve his position. Same thing with Vergould. And I think Stoles will be the last person to cross the line for our qualifying here at the Nürburgring sprint layout. Thank you for following. Oh, let's see here. Yeah, thank you for following J Nord. Got screwed over by my insurance, so I couldn't make the race today. Ah, that sucks. I won't even be able to watch the whole thing. I'm beyond pissed. Couldn't race on the ring. It's the only track I've been able to drive this car decently on. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, I hope you get your insurance situation sorted out. I hope that's nothing too serious. I think you're probably one of the few people here that would be excited to race on the Nürburgring 24-hour layout. Let's take a look at the qualifying results in our starting grid position. So T-Bone and Willie will take up our front row. T-Bone with an excellent qualifying lap, 144.227. Our second row, we got Anthony Colazzo and Vergould. Third row, we have Stoles and Toasty. B8 Eater in 7th, and then Accession in 8th. Sir Hames and Ryder taking up our 5th row. Are up starting from 11th, Ads starting from 12th, and then our back row we have Dinosaur and Bishop. Our two subs stepping up from D2 into D1, starting from the back positions here. Got our race winner Ali Bali in chat from D2. Congratulations on your race win. Nürburgring is life, bro. I will say it's amazing to be in an era of video gaming where we can have something like the Nürburgring in a video game. I remember as a kid playing Gran Turismo, and I remember all the tracks being, like the limitation of the games, you could only have tracks that were so long. And I think it was like GT4 or 5, one of those, that introduced the Nürburgring, and I was like absolutely blown away. I was like, I can't believe they added this track in the game. It was like a revolutionary moment for Gran Turismo and racing games all across the world. Now we're here with literal laser scanned accuracy versions of this track digitally and able to race on them just whenever we want. It's kind of an amazing thing. All right, so let's go over quickly the standings for the teams. So for Division 1, Team.com is actually in the lead with 130 points, but only 1 point in front of Hoonigan Honey's Racing BMW. So the Division 1 team championship is a very, very tight one. And then only 3 points behind Hoonigan, we have the FKJ Renault team. Full Throttle Fajitas Toyotas in 4th, Mystic Maple Porsche Racing in 5th, Azul Racing Dodge in 6th place, and then we got Benefactor Racing AMG in 7th. For Division 2, we have Hoonigan Honeys Racing BMW in 1st, Mystic Maple in 2nd, Full Throttle Fajitas 3rd, all within 20 points, more like 17 points of each other. FKJ Renault in 4th, Benefactor Racing in 5th. Team.com all the way down in 6th for D2. Unfortunately, due to a lot of no-shows. And finally, Azul Racing Dodge in 7th place. And here we go. Over the overall team championship, this is the combination of Division 1 and Division 2. This is the big championship that we do here at LRC. And the way that LRC is set up is that you have 28 drivers across 2 divisions, and all 28 drivers are split into 7 teams for each. And The teams on each division all amount to points in our overall championship. So this is like the main championship of LRC. And Hoonigan Honeys has the top spot with 210 points. That is 27 points ahead of FKJ Renault. And surprisingly, third place is Full Throttle Fajitas with 169 points. Then we got Mystic Maple Porsche Racing in fourth, only 12 points behind. And then with 4 points behind Mystic Maple Porsche is Team.com Ford. Then we got Azul Racing Dodge in 6th place, Benefactor Racing AMG in 7th. So super tight championship for the top 2 positions, I would say. It looks like it's HHR BMW and FKJ Renault fighting for the championship. And Full Throttle Fajitas could easily contend for those positions with a few good results, but they're currently kind of like in a midfield battle between Mystic Maple Porsche and Team.com. And then we have Azul Racing Dodge and Benefactor kind of fighting for that 6th position right now because they're only about 10 points behind, but they're kind of grouped together. Soul Shock VR, thanks for following. Hope you enjoyed that last race. I know maybe that's wishful thinking, but it's kind of a rough race for everyone in D2. Currently getting the go-aheads from the drivers that are participating. Once we get all confirmed readies, we'll jump into the race. Thanks to our race organizer. If you're in chat, definitely let us know. Definitely let us know who you are rooting for, who you want to win. Show your team some support. And we'll get underway in just a bit. All right, the lights are green and the action starts now. T-Bone gets a good start. Willie not too far behind. Willie decides to take the inside line to defend against Anthony Collazo going into turn 1. Anthony Collazo gets a little bit of a bump into Willie taking the exit out of the Yokohama S. We got a lot of people coming out side by side through the Yokohama S, but no incidents, no serious contacts, so that's good. Toasty there lost a position to V8 Eater, I think, in the opening turns. Ads looks like still in 12th. Dinosaur and Bishop still in 13th and 14th. So we got 9 laps around the Nürburgring. And it seems like 2 laps, I think, will be the max that people can go on in terms of strategy. I think in terms of fuel, they won't be able to last 3 laps. I would have to confirm that. So if that were the case, let me just double check my notes here to see if 3 laps would be viable. I don't think so, but we'll see if someone tries to do that. Yeah, I think it's impossible to go 3 laps on fuel. I think just this car is not capable of doing that. So T-Bone has opened up a gap to Willie already. Of about 2.5 seconds. There's some gaps opening up in the field there. Anthony Collazo is still pretty close to Willie, about a second or so. And so far, so good. Our field looks pretty solid so far, and Dinosaur has picked up a few positions here. Dinosaur is already in 11th place, Accession in 12th, and then Accession and Dinosaur right now having a moment through some of these corners here after the foxhole. Accession decided to repass Dinosaur coming up through, I think that was Aldenauer Forest. Dinosaur there going off in the grass. Oh, and he's going to hit the wall. Oh, no. Picks up damage on the front right. Nearly missing V8 Eater, his teammate. Oh, and look at that. And V8 Eater also had damage as well. So not a good day for Mystic Maple Racing in the opening lap of this race. So far, no GGs were called, so no VSC. I thought he was going to save that for a second, too. Toasty now coming up on Sir Hames as they approach the Bergwerk section of the track. Toasty right now is racing for Benefactor Racing. He's not racing for the Porsche team. And Toasty right now taking his time, being patient. This is an incredibly tricky part of the track, and it's very difficult to pass. And Toasty will find himself in a position where he's going to have to defend against Ryder while attacking Sir Hames. Sir Hames makes a mistake, brakes late, and misses the apex, and that will allow Ryder to get alongside of him. Going into the carousel, Ryder is going to be forced to take the outside line, and Sir Hames sticks it to the inside. And they're still side by side. They make more contact, but there's no damage, and Ads makes his way through to take both positions and take 7th place. Let's catch that on replay. So here we see Ads just stalking behind them both, and then as soon as they make contact, Ads just makes a pass right on the outside. So Ads picks up 2 positions out of the carousel. So our app has picked up damage as well on that front right. We didn't get to see where that happened. We know V8 Eater has damage, and then this battle between Ryder, Sir Hames, and Accession has somehow got Accession in between them. Ryder there looking to squeeze through somehow, find a way after dropping back to 10th position after that collision with Sir Hames. And now Ryder is under attack by V8 Eater. V8 Eater finding it difficult to stick it on the outside of Schwabenschwanz. I'm probably butchering these names. I think Sir Hames picked up a penalty and served a penalty or something. Something happened there where Accession had to do some avoiding. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so Accession was just trying to make the pass and just almost went off track doing so. All right, so our top 5 remain the same after lap 1. Tosi's made his way up to 6th place and adds in a surprising 7th. But is now quickly been chased down by Accession. In this race, it's all about consistency and risk management. If you're going to be battling against cars on track, the best you can do is just find a good spot to overtake and be patient. And Accession there being patient as they go through the Schumacher S of the GP section of the track. And you can see how extremely narrow this track is and how difficult it is to pass cleanly. There's barely enough room to have these cars side by side as it is, and to do so going nearly 200 miles an hour on windy roads is something absolutely unaskable. As there goes a little deep coming out of Callenhard. I think that's Callenhard. Toasty getting 2 tires on the grass there, but keeping it conservative, keeping it safe. Great recovery by Toasty there. But with those dirty tires, he almost picks up damage. Just makes a slight tap into the barriers there. So Accession has made its way past Ads. Unfortunately, we missed the action. The one time I pan away from the camera, Accession manages to get his way past Ads, and we missed the action. So Ryder, you can see Ads pulling away from Ryder down the straight here. Likely the difference between the car setups. Ads probably running a lot less downforce on the car with a higher top speed. All right, so Ads was able to make it 2 laps with 2/3 of fuel. So Ads will be able to take another lap. Yeah, Ads is doing some aggressive fuel saving there, some extremely early shifting. So Willie right now takes first place. Is also on the same strategy as Ads. Anthony Colazo as well. Stoles on the same strategy, but looks like Stoles picked up some damage on that front right. Is now struggling to even keep it on the track at the moment as he enters the Nordschleife section of the Nürburgring. So there's going to be a huge strategic advantage for these cars that are doing the 3 laps on the mediums. They will have to switch at some point to the soft compound, I believe, to do 1 lap on them. So T-Bone, who was leading the race before the pit stop, now comes out in 6th place behind Ryder, and will have to come up and make some passes on track. This is really unfortunate for T-Bone. track position at the Nürburgring is very, very crucial. I'm not actually positive for that, for the mandatory 2 tire types for D1. Correct me if I'm wrong, is that might be an exception for this race. Oh no, you're right. So the tire compounds, sorry, excuse me. So the tire compounds for D1 are racing mediums or wets. So there is no mandatory 2 types of tires for D1. So yeah, for the cars that are doing the 2 laps on fuel, they're gonna have a huge tactical advantage over the cars that have to pit every 2 laps. They're either gonna have to find a way to fuel save and adjust accordingly now that they know that it's possible. Otherwise, I don't think they'll have a chance of winning. Like at this point, T-Bone's pace is gonna have to be like so much faster than Willie's to catch up. Like he's already 44 seconds behind, and over 2 laps he's gonna have to make up like 20 seconds or so, which is a tall order. Oh no, and Ads spins out and picks up damage. Oh, Ads was running such a good race. But even still, Ads is in a good position because, again, he's on the 3-lap strategy instead of the 2. And so if he can keep it clean for the rest of the race, he's going to be in a decent position to finish in the top 5, I think. Towards the back half of the grid, we got Bishop still in 14th place. Picked up some damage on the front of the car. He's about 13 seconds behind Dinosaur, who still has damage on that front right. Dinosaur, it's clear to me that Bishop went and took a pit stop. Dinosaur on the 3-lap strategy. V8 Eater on the 2-stopper. RF also on the 3. Has damage on the front, suspension damage on both of the front wheels and on the front aero. Accession with the pit stop. Sir Hames with damage, but on the 3-lapper strategy as well. Toasty on the 2-lapper. So once again, Ryder is chasing down Ads. We'll be looking to take that position. I guess this time it was Ryder chasing down Sir Hames, and then Ads was able to pass both of them. But now Ryder is looking to take that position back from Ads. I think Ryder will easily be able to make the pass once they get on the straight, considering the damage that's on Ads' car, will limit his top speed quite a bit. But maybe the aero difference is going to make them closer to equal. We'll see. We saw last time Ryder finding it difficult to keep up. And he gives Ads a little bit of a bump there, signaling that they're going to work together. At least for now. Ryder is potentially trying to push Ads into forcing a mistake, but Ads keeps it clean as they enter the pits. So T-Bone retakes the lead. Willie comes out in second place, a good 15 seconds behind T-Bone, 16 seconds. And this is expected, since Willie is aggressively fuel saving. Naturally, his pace is going to be slower, but the payoff will be that he will have to make one less pit stop than T-Bone does. And if T-Bone can only make up 15, even 17 seconds for every 3 laps, that still won't be enough for an entire pit stop, I don't think. It might be close, actually. It might actually be very close. If T-Bone makes up 3 seconds, or 17 seconds for every pit stop, for every 3 laps, that's a total of 45 seconds over the course of the race. And that's pretty close to what a pit stop would be. I think it's actually closer to a minute, though, considering fuel. If he's burning more fuel and needs to fuel more. So I think T-Bone might be at a disadvantage here. It might actually be 15 seconds behind at this pace. But, you know, you never know. Like, T-Bone might be able to push harder, and Willie might make a couple mistakes, or vice versa. I think we'll see this play out quite nicely, actually, as the race kind of approaches this halfway point almost. So at a certain point, Vergold was able to make his way past Anthony Colazzo. So it looks like Vergold on that 2-stopper strategy, I think, is on the same, it's on the same strategy as T-Bone. Anthony Colazzo came out in 4th place, ahead of Toasty. X-Session in 6th place, with Stoles not too far behind, only 2 seconds. X-Session will find himself under pressure soon. I'm gonna take a quick break from commentating real quick and just leave you with some visuals. All right, so our 2-lap strategy drivers and cars make their second round of pit stops. Toasty ends up in 8th place. Let me see here. Out of all of the 2-lappers, Stalls has picked up damage on the front and the rear. So let's see, let's go through. T-Bone is on the last lap of the stint. Willie currently... No, it looks like T-Bone has switched to doing a 3-lap strategy. Probably after seeing, after the first stint, that it is possible to do a 3-lapper. Although T-Bone is in a little bit of a precarious position now in terms of strategy, because that'll put him at the end of lap 5. He has to take a pit stop. And then going into lap 6, you have to do 6, 7, 8, and 9. So he'll have to make a pit stop in between there, whereas Willie will only have to make one more pit stop after the end of lap 6. So it's going to be an interesting play. It's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Anthony Colazzo on the same strategy as Willie still, as is Stolz. Stolz has damage. And then Vergould is, I believe, the first car, or I say after, I guess maybe the second. I guess T-Bone's in his own sort of strategy world right now, but Vergould is the first car to make 2 pit stops. Currently sitting in 5th place. And then we got Accession with new tires, but less fuel, which is an interesting option. See how that plays out. I don't quite know what the strategy is there. Ads on the 3-lapper, and then Toasty has made his second stop already, chasing down Ads with the tire advantage. pads there going a little wide through the downhill right-hander. Good Lord. Did Ad pick up? Oh no, Ad's picked up damage on that one. Oh no. That might be a safety car. Let's take a look at that again. So we saw the yellow flags there, and then Stolz spun out. Oh God. Oh no, and Ad's... Let's double check though to see if Ad's picked up damage because of that incident. I don't... Yeah, he did. He did pick up... Okay, so Ad's picked up damage from that incident. Oh my gosh. I mean, that becomes one of those moments where you see a yellow flag on the Nürburgring, you just gotta slow down quite a bit. So Toasty taking advantage of the situation, picks up 6th place. Got 2 GGs called there. So we will have a safety car. This is going to be interesting because T-Bone is already in the pits, as is Willie and Anthony Collazo. So we'll likely have a VSC not this lap, but potentially the following lap. That's going to be interesting, considering some of the cars are going to be already pitted because, yeah, like my brain's kind of exploding right now. So some of these cars are going to pit and fix their damage before their opportunity, before the VSC happens. So Vergold and Accession dive into the pits. Okay, so because everyone was pitting, it looked like the VSC went into effect while Willie and T-Bone were in the pit stop. So Willie now is the effective safety car. T-Bone is currently sitting in 2nd place. Both of them have racing medium tires, so the field is now equalized between the two. They both have a full tank of gas. As is Anthony Colazzo and Vergould. Or Vergould is a little bit behind still. Yeah, why does it say Vergould is a whole minute? Oh, I guess he is a minute behind. So these cars will catch up with Anthony Colazzo, it seems. Yeah, this is interesting for sure. So Vergould now is catching up to the safety car. And then we'll get probably a restart once we're already in the Nordschleife section of the track. It was going to be interesting if Willie, T-Bone, and Anthony all have, like, you know, passed the pit lane, and then the VSC would have gone into effect. But thankfully, they all pitted, and that made it kind of fair. Like, if for instance, like, T-Bone had gone past, I don't think they would have been able to call a safety car, or definitely would have complicated things if, like, the cars behind him were able to take an extra pit stop or not. So I'm glad that this is kind of like level the playing field across everyone in the top 5, as opposed to put, you know, a leader at a disadvantage just because the people were back far enough to be able to make a pit stop. But I mean, at the same time, like, you know, that's racing. You know, sometimes you get unlucky because of safety car conditions, and that's just, it is what it is. But I like seeing our race results not be affected, you know, drastically just by sheer luck. So Willie right now desperately trying to keep his tires warm throughout the night. And it's going to be a little while before we get restarted, so So interestingly enough, Willie is doing all of the cars actually are doing aggressive fuel saving on this lap. Trying not to waste any fuel so that they can go all the way to the end. And this is actually really funny if they manage to do this. This might be the slowest lap on record for the Nürburgring 24-hour layout. Dinosaur and Bishop are on their way. Looks like they'll get there very soon. Sir Hames has caught up to the pack. Oh no. And Dinosaur has hit the barrier. Oh my goodness, Dinosaur. Dinosaur having some difficulty there. In the Bergwerk section of the track. You know, surprisingly, I don't see any of the blue rings around any of the cars' tires. Clearly, Willie is warming up his tires and sees a benefit to doing so, wearing the tires out slightly more than T-Bone. We'll see in the restart whether or not that makes a big difference and whether or not T-Bone can get any grip on the car, and whether or not saving the tire wear just ever so slightly more than Willie would be beneficial, prove to be beneficial in the end, or will Willie's, you know, tire temperature ready tires be more beneficial on the restart? This will be certainly interesting to see. I have never seen anything like this ever. This is absolutely crazy. All right, so we're all caught up. The safety car line is now set. Willie will take us through the green flag start. I think whenever our race director calls the green flag, we'll get going. And this might be kind of tricky for Willie, considering he's going to do the restart down the Dottinger Straight. And T-Bone being extremely close already, it might give him the draft. They might wait until the next lap to restart, but we'll see if that's the case. I don't think it will be. All right, so Willie takes off and gets the jump, and Anthony Colazzo makes the jump as well on T-Bone. T-Bone is falling down the pack after that restart and falls 2 positions, 3 positions, potentially 4. Oh my God, T-Bone was starting in 2nd on the restart and got a bad start, and now he is falling down to 7th place. Accession and Toasty and Ads are now in a battle for 4th place. Down into the very hard braking section. T-Bone gets a good exit, but it won't be enough to make the pass in Accession down the front straight. We got Ads and Toasty. Toasty takes the inside, makes the pass on Ads. And then Vergold looking to make the, to make the pass on Anthony Colazzo. But now Toasty is there to take advantage of the position and makes the outside pass on Vergold there. And Accession potentially gets spun out. It's hard to tell whether or not that was a spin caused by anyone else or if it was purely something self-induced. Really trying to continue to warm up the tires. Anthony Colazzo very close behind. Now Toasty in 3rd place. Vergold in 4th. T-Bone has made up 2 of those positions back and is now in 5th place. That was a really rough start for T-Bone down the straight. Rider there squeezing his nose on the inside of Ads. So now all the front runners will have to make their fuel last for 3 laps. And it's going to be a tall order for them to do that while battling on track. Anthony Colazzo being quite aggressive with his inputs to overtake Willie on track, but that won't be easy. Willie now having to manage defending the position, but also saving fuel and managing his tires at the same time. And T-Bone has made it past V8 Eater to take that 4th place position. Anthony Colazzo is getting so close to Willie. Anthony Colazo gets brave there, and for a brief moment gets side by side with Willie, going down the braking zone of Versteifen. And oh my God, it's Anthony Colazo shows restraint, is patient, but they're quickly going to be finding themselves under attack by Toasty if this keeps up. And funny enough, we have the battle between Ryder and Ads again. This time at the closing stages of the race. I think Willie is trying to desperately conserve his tires, but I think he's kind of realizing that he's not going to have enough to the end of this race. I think he's going to be in a pretty bad predicament when it comes to tire wear. He's already at the halfway point, and not even done with lap one of this last stint. So I think he's going to have to just increase his pace, go with potentially another stop, but that might not, that might be a race-ending decision. And Anthony Colazo now trying desperately to find any way around Willie. Willie defending quite nicely. As they go through Flansgarden. And surely Anthony Colazo will be able to get Willie on the straight, but maybe not. So Anthony Colazo gets a bad exit going into the Dartinger straight, and I don't know if that's going to be, he's going to be close enough to get the slipstream. I think that was a pretty crucial mistake at the exit there. If he's not able to make the pass down the Dartinger straight, it's going to be a whole nother lap behind Willie, and that could be quite costly to Anthony Colazo's race. Yeah, that was a pretty crucial mistake there. So Willie decides to take the pit. Anthony Colazo decides to stay out. So T-Bone decides to pit as well, and Toasty. So I think out of the top five, everyone is pretty sure their tires aren't going to last. I think Anthony Colazo will have to find a way to make it work for another 2 laps. Whether or not he can make it last for 2 laps is a pretty big question there. He's going to have to really nurse those tires. But is he going to be able to nurse them enough such that he doesn't lose what is effectively going to be the pit stop length, which is, let's see here, about 30 seconds, I think 30 seconds-ish. So 30 seconds over the course of 2 laps is 15 seconds. It's going to be tough for Anthony. I think he's going to have to really baby those tires. And I think that the amount of time he's going to lose is going to be way too much. He's going to have to baby them and And as his tires wear out more, he's going to have to be more and more slow, like more and more conservative on them. Surely he'll have to make a pit stop the next lap. But if he does an overcut, and if he's able to put in an extremely good lap here, he might be able to come out in front. Like we will see. And additionally, it looks like Willie and everyone who decided to take that pit stop will have to get past Ads as well on track. And Ads is conserving his tires pretty well. I think he might actually be able to make it for another 2 laps. Again, we will see. And whether or not the 30-second stop to get new tires was worth it. I mean, tires here are pretty crucial, so I honestly think it was worth getting new tires, and like the new tires are going to make a huge difference for these last 2 laps. But if these cars keep battling each other, Anthony Colazzo might actually be in a good position to pick up a podium position. He's going to have to put down the lap of his life. Tosti right now currently under attack by T-Bone. Tosti has, I think Tosti must have made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, so Tosti picked up damage. And then now Unfortunately, T-Bone has also picked up damage and spun out. T-Bone now trying to find a good time to rejoin the track. Unfortunate for both of them. Both of them are having a really good race so far. Toasty now trying to regain some positions. So Ads here looking like he's in a good position. If he can make the front left survive another lap, which I think he might be able to, he's gonna potentially finish up in the top 5. Now the question becomes whether or not Anthony Collazo is going to take a pit stop. So Anthony Collazo picked up damage. He's definitely going to have to take a pit stop. He's got no fuel left. But he picked up damage, and he's now lost a considerable amount of time to Willie, and will surely be overtaken in the pits. He's gonna have to take another fuel load, and then also fix the damage, and then change tires, and that's gonna take well more than 17 seconds. So Willie will easily retake the lead. And at this point, with T-Bone and Toasty and everyone else, it seems like with damage, potentially not in a good position to fight for the win here. So Willie looking very, very good to take the win. Ads here, I mean, he might take second place. Like if he can keep this up and keep the cars behind him in this last lap as his tires start to go, I think he might be able to do third place. I don't know. It's gonna be tough. Anthony Collazo has a new set of medium tires and some fuel. Stoles does have damage, so it might be harder for someone like Stoles to take that position away from Ads. I do think Anthony will be able to overtake Ads at some point on track, if not the last straight, the Darninger straight on the last lap. But it might be difficult for someone like Stoles. So if Ads can keep it together, he will be in a good position. And this is, if both of them finish 3-2-3, this would be a huge result for the Full Throttle guys and their championship points. Surely there's going to be some type of team communication and team orders there, yeah. And Ads does let Anthony Collazo through as teammates. Anthony Collazo has the pace. And he will be free to hunt Willie down. And hopefully he'll be able to catch him up. But he's got 15 seconds of a gap and half a track to do it. I don't know if that will be enough. We will see. All right, so now the battle for the final podium position is happening between Stolz and Ads. Stolz goes off the track and he's picks up damage on the front right as well. Oh no. And Vergould though, oh man, okay, so Vergould has some good tires. He's got a core tank of gas. Vergould has kept it on track and solid through his stints. He's gonna have to find a way past Ads in a clean way to pick up that final podium position. It's going to be a tall order for Ads to fend off Vergould for the entirety of this lap, especially down the Dardinger Straight. But I mean, the Dardinger Straight is just straight line speed, and it doesn't matter how worn out your tires is, as long as you can go straight. That's all that matters. And if Ads manages to not pick up any damage, I think he might be able to, he might have a chance. But as I say that, Vergould goes side by side with Ads past the into Bergwerk, and then through the exit to the Kesselchen Straight. And now Vergould has picked up the final podium position if the results finish in this order. So further down, we got Toasty in 6th place with Accession right on his tail. This being a very, very tricky section of the track and very difficult place to pass. But Accession makes the move and has a little bit of contact with Toasty, makes the pass almost off track. And Accession will actually pick up a penalty there for, I think, maybe passing off track or cutting the track or something. But it looks like Ads has spun out, unfortunately, and Stolz has picked up the 4th position. Ads has picked up damage, and he's just so close right now to finishing in the top 5, but Accession is coming up very, very close behind. Ads' tires are falling off very quickly, and with that damage that he picked up, he's going to have a hard time keeping the position on the rest of the track. He's even having a hard time just getting the car to turn. He's just a sitting duck at this moment, so Vergould got past. Unfortunately, he made a mistake, and that allowed Stolz to get past as well. Accession now looking to make that overtake. Accession being extremely careful now after he received that penalty, and finds the opportunity to take the inside line and goes side by side with Ads through the I think that's the S-Bach, or the Vipperman section of the track. And so Accession moves into 5th place. And unfortunately, heartbreak for Ads. He just keeps falling down the order. Toasty makes his way past as well. Ads is now in 7th place. There's still a pretty big gap between Ads and T-Bone, so hopefully Ads can still finish in 7th, which would still be a good result for Team Full Throttle. We got Ryder in 9th, V8 Eater in 10th, Sir Hames 11th, RF in 12th, Bishop in 13th, and then Dinosaur in 14th. So it all comes down to the number 1 driver, Willie, our winner from season 4, crossing the finish line in 1st place, a masterclass of the Nürburgring. Willie takes the checkered flag again. Anthony Colazzo in 2nd place, very, very nice finish for Full Throttle. Anthony Colazzo had a solid race this entire evening, I guess, or maybe the entire 24-hour stint for Gould as well. For Gould, solid stint, especially the last couple laps there to get past the couple of guys there, Ads and Stolz. So Stolz takes it home in 4th place, so a pretty great result for Stolz as well. Accession rounds out the top 5, and Toasty very close behind Accession. Toasty making that mistake earlier, could have finished higher up in the order. And again, Ads was looking to make a podium finish coming out of the end of lap 8, but unfortunately ends up in 7th place. Same with this man, T-Bone. T-Bone was looking to contend for the win of this race, but a mistake in the final lap cost him dearly. This tight race here between T-Bone and V8 Eater. They're going to come across the line side by side, and V8 Eater takes the lead, takes the position just as they cross the finish line. V8 Eater takes 9th place over Ryder with just a 1/10 of a second difference between the two. Sir Hames bringing it home for 11th place. Slowly bringing the car home. Damage on the front and left suspension. Damage on the front of the car. RF as well. The Nürburgring 24-hour circuit does not leave anyone free of damage, or very little will escape the green hell without any damage. Bishop brings the Azul racing car home in 13th. I think Dinosaur won't be able to finish his lap, as there is only 15 seconds left in the time remaining of the post-race buffer period. But Dinosaur will take home the 14th place of the race, stepping up for their his D1 teammate. And there we have it. We have the final race results of round 4 at the Nürburgring. Oh my goodness. What a race. So with that, we'll conclude week 4 here. Next week, we'll be returning for... Let me pull up the track list up. We'll be returning for the race at Watkins Glen. So if you want to follow along, be sure to subscribe and follow. I posted and pinned the Discord link in chat. So if you want to get involved with LRC, you want to get racing, you want to learn with a group that's really supportive and collaborative, definitely check us out. And then if you're just overall interested in getting involved with the league as well, you'll have to do our sportsmanship license. But that's all information that you can get within the Discord itself. And we'll be back for next week for more racing. So definitely tune in next week at Tuesday, 4 p.m. Pacific time or 7 p.m. Eastern time. And with that, thank you for watching, and we'll catch you next time.